What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Speaking of subscribers, my new true crime channel, Sinister Intent, I just uploaded the latest video last night. And if you guys want to go take a look at it, the link is in the description box below. But I want to get on with this news. Check this out. News has broke out here in Houston in the last few days about a verdict handed out to this man right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this piece of crap, his name is Luis Luna. He's age 27 now, but he committed this crime when he was 23 years old, and he's been locked up since 2020 when the crime occurred. He was charged with capital murder. See that little baby right there? That's his daughter, Savia Mason. She was 9 months old. This man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to tell you what he did, but it's brutal. It's one of those things that leave you speechless. But I'm going to show you what he did. And then, because, I mean, he just got sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. But to me, that's not enough. There are some crimes that, if you really pay attention to them, and you cannot figure out a why somebody would do it other than pure lunacy. And a lot of stuff sticks with you and you think about it, even after you hear it the first time. I want you to take a look at what this animal did to his own baby. And you tell me if life in prison is a suitable punishment. Take a look.
Tonight, a 27-year-old father will spend the rest of his life in prison after a jury convicted him today in the killing of his infant daughter.
Luis Luna has been in jail since 2020 after prosecutors say he brutally raped and murdered his infant daughter inside his West Harris County apartment. 8-month-old Savia Mason had been dropped off to spend time with her father, who has always maintained his innocence. But during the investigation, police found bloody baby wipes inside his apartment, and an autopsy revealed that she had been sexually assaulted. Prosecutors spoke exclusively with our Bryce Newberry about this horrific case.
Her daughter was brutally murdered, taken from her too early, and so, she didn't get to ever celebrate her first birthday. She didn't get to take her to pre-K, see her take her first steps or any of that stuff. So she missed out on all that stuff because of what this man did.
How difficult are cases like this?
They're difficult because they involve children, and especially a child of this age. I mean, she couldn't walk, she couldn't talk. She had no voice, and so the jury really was the voice for this little girl and spoke for her by its verdict.
The trial lasted 10 days, and the jury reached a verdict within a matter of hours. Since it was a capital case, Luna has been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of this piece of shit, Luis Luna. Like I said, life ain't enough. It's crazy. It's like nobody cares about this type of stuff until it affects them. And the reason why I say that is this. Babies are dying at alarming rates in America. Well, around the world, but we just gonna talk about America. I'm here, this is what I see. And they dying in the most craziest ways, and by the most unsuspecting people you would think. This is her father. He raped and choked this baby out. Now, I don't know if she died from the asphyxiation of being choked, and this is, I don't mean to be graphic, or his weight on her. Either way, man, just looking at it for what it is, this is horrific to hear. Look how cute that baby is. She'd have been a blessing for anybody. And all she was doing is going to visit her dad as his parental right to come see him. And this is what happens. No, the mom got to be devastated. Last time you seen your baby, she was clean, dressed up, already going to go see her father. And now, boom, you get a call that your baby dead at the hospital. He talking about he don't know who did it. But they found bloody baby wipes and stuff in his house. So you don't know who coming out your house? And if that's the case, who was you leaving that baby with? Exactly. They busted your ass. Now they wasted taxpayer dollars by sending this piece of shit to court. Said they deliberated within hours. Trial lasted 10 days. He found guilty. He got life in jail for killing the baby. And that's the thing I want to talk about. That brings me to the next point I want to talk to you about. There are people out here that are not dads, they're just men with children. Looking at this dude and that shit on his face, you can tell he made a lot of poor decisions in his life and a lot of quick thinking decisions where he didn't think things through. I think what he did to this child was just another one of those cases. That's your baby. There'd have been a lot of people that'd love to have a child as beautiful as her. She's cute. That's a bundle of cuteness right there. And you knocked your own child off. What's wrong with you? And that's the thing. We need to stop asking what's wrong with people and just handle them the right way after they do something wrong. This is heinous and horrific. And so should his punishment. You notice something? Nobody fears American justice anymore. American punishments. A crime like this in the 80s would have made national news. So would his trial. It'd have been national news. Because back then, people wasn't doing crazy stuff like this at the rate that it's being done now. There's somebody out here right now where their parents are not protecting them and are the exact aggressors towards them, and they can't even talk. What did they say? The baby was 9 months old, couldn't speak or walk. She couldn't even get away from this monster who was her own fucking father. Let that sink in. Times you seen that baby born, you laughed and smiled and seen the development of that child only for you to turn sinister and destroy her like that. I don't mean to be graphic, but we talk on this channel. This is the thing I can't get over. Besides, that's your child. You're the protector of that child, and you did that. What is sexually attractive about a child? That's a baby. What about that as a man? Does that say, you know what? I'm going to defy all normal human behavior and go for mine by looking at your child? That's heartbreaking. And it's a mindset we got out here now. People don't think, they just act. And they need to be held accountable for them actions. This guy got life in prison, y'all. Life. Keyword life, meaning he still gets to live after he killed this baby and part of her mother died too. And the family that really cared about the baby, little Savannah. What you think about that? He'll still get to experience Christmas and the holidays, postcards, laughing, camaraderie with people, eating his favorite food. She'll never experience none of that. She'll never be able to sit down, figure out what her favorite cartoon is, get a bowl of snacks, and sit quietly and develop her mind by watching cartoons and those around her that really cared for her. That's a basic human right. Natural, unadulterated, innocent development of self. And he took it from her. Why is he living? See, that's how I look at it. I look at everything like from a common sense standpoint. You get to experience all this shit. And you 27 years old. You was what? 24 when you did this? You was on this planet 24 years. And you never got it right. She was here 8 months and you took everything she could have been away from her, and she could have been a blessing to not only her family, but to the world with some of the good things she learned. We don't know what she could have been. And that destruction of potential is what makes this thing really bad. That little baby could have been somebody. Well, she would have been somebody. Seriously. And she's taken out of here by her protector. Make it make sense. They need to start looking at these crimes for what they are. You know what I'm saying? Not for what the crime was, but the reasoning behind the crime. And I guarantee you the reasoning that he did this would demand a severe punishment. This guy's alive. He's just confined to a certain area. He can still walk, move, talk. experienced life, the highs and lows, the good things. He still got his good memories of when he did this or when he did that out there in the street, or people that he can know. He can still call home the family. And I'm sure that answer his calls. I'm sure when he was in the courtroom, there was people on his side fighting for his freedom, even though he did some fucked up shit. Don't understand it. There's a lot of people out here that need chainsaw therapy, and this motherfucker right here, one of them. What you did was unexcusable. It's vile, foul, and heartbreaking. Not only to, the family of little Savia Mason, but to a lot of people out here that see this and can't believe it. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.